So we're going to be taking your old mouldy car lights from looking like this and getting them looking brand new like this. Let's get into it. Now there's plenty of options out there to do it, but I like the Maguire's headlight restoration kit. It's easy to use, all you need is a drill. So the first thing we're going to do is mask up the front headlights. This is easy to do. We make it even easier by popping the bonnet, getting that open, and then we're simply going to be masking around the light. Now this doesn't have to be perfection. We're not spray painting, we're just protecting what's already there when we're using the drill mop. Now as I say, tear off pieces and line it up in the gaps between the light and the bumper, and then simply follow the lines all around the light to get it protected. Now this isn't a necessity, we don't have to do this, but one slip of the drill and you don't want to be scratching your paintwork, so it's always a good idea just to do this to keep an extra layer of protection. And you don't want to be rubbing too hard on the paintwork, because if it's thin paint you can also rub it off completely and buff it off. So I'm going to put an extra layer underneath because that's going to be one of the places that it's likely to happen. So once we've done that, you can see exactly how bad this light is, and it's pretty bad, to be fair. Now in the kit you get 4 different types of sanding paper as well, which you can use to gradually wet sand the light. You go from roughest to smoothest in that order, from 4 to 1, and that can make the light nice and smooth, ready for polishing. But in all the times I've done this, I've never actually needed to use these. So before you go ahead and use either of these and wet sand the light, give it a polish first, because it only takes a few minutes and it's going to save you a lot of hassle. Because if you cock it up with the sandpaper, it's a real bugger to get them looking good again. So always do a full polish first and go from there. So this is the polish that they give with the kit. Decent drill. And then what we're going to do, we simply get the polish, give it a good shake, and don't overdo it with this. Just put a reasonable amount on the buffing wheel, okay? And rather than do it in a blob, if you do it in small circles like that, it will spread out a little bit easier. Just dab it all over the light like so. Now when we start, it's handy if you've got a drill that's got variable speed on it, because if you go nice and slow to begin with, you're not going to be flicking all the polish all over the place, all over yourself and all over your car, which will take longer to clean up than it will polish the light itself. Now nice and slow all the way over the light, just trying to get a good even coverage of the polish onto the light first and foremost. I'm going to move around this side as well, just so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now you also don't want to push too hard into the light, as in on the back of the drill. You can see I've got my thumb on there, and I'm actually using my thumb to push on the drill to keep it steady on the light. It's more important to just keep hold of the drill and keep a good even pressure on it, rather than pushing too hard. Now once we've got it covered completely, we've got polish all over the light, then we can start speeding the drill up, and we're simply going to go across the light from one side to another. You can see it's on full speed now, so we're getting that buffing now, but hold the drill tight. That's the trick. You don't need to put masses of pressure on, just hold the drill very tight, because you don't want it spinning off onto your car. As you can see, backwards and forwards, overlapping each stroke as you go. So you go across the top, and then the next one you go across, slightly touching where you've just been. And you continuously do this as you go. Now if you're finding that the polish is either thickening up or drying out, just spray a little bit of window cleaner on there. You don't need any more polish, just a little spray of that, and that will give it enough to continue. And then again, if you've got lights that have got different shapes on them like this one, concentrate on smoothly going around the surfaces and then moving back out. There's another light in the top right hand corner on here that's a bulbous sort of shape, so again, go round it in a circle motion like you see there. And you can see already, look, this light is already starting to look absolutely mint. Now, if it gets to the point where you're buffing and it's leaving a slight mist on, then just get a microfiber cloth and rub over any misting areas, and you'll soon see actually that underneath is looking like almost brand new. You can always dab a little bit more polish on if you want, but go very small in this case. And then again, use a microfiber cloth to just rub off any excess. Now, that took just a few minutes. I did no sanding whatsoever, and it is looking mint. No need for the sanding at all. Remove the masking tape, and there we have it. The light is looking mint. Wipe down any excess. And yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon with that. Easy job. It literally is a 5-minute, 10-minute job in total. Now, if this video has helped you, and I do hope you give it a go because it's super easy, do give us a like and make sure you hit that subscribe button because it really helps the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.